Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Screaming, tires bleeding, virtual cubes, the motor's breathing, engine thunder from down under, piston fire, torn asunder, put your name in lights. Oh, with the vets tonight, it's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight, burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. But the racing's real. Pedal down every pass you feel. Step right up and place your bets. This is us, the V8 Vets. Put your name in lights. Put your name in lights with the Vets tonight. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Put your name. It's a 1,000 decibel supercar fight. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Burn this track to the ground. Come on now, put your name in lights.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans Split 2 action, the fabulous season 25, as we go racing around the wonderful Sandown International Raceway for round 6 of this season. We're out in Springvale, Victoria this evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we go racing. Once again, prime time Sunday afternoon action, 250 Ks around one of the icons of supercars racing here in Australia. Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher as always. Brett, we're looking forward to tonight's event, or today's event, or this afternoon's event.
Still afternoon's event, yep.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun one.
Right, yep.
It's been raining
It's going to be a cracker
during practice. Drivers are having to weather the storm of what tyres to use during qualifying and what tyres to use at the start of the race as well. It'll be a drying track this evening. There's no rain on the horizon, but how long will the precipitation lie on the road surface? That's the main question. And how will it affect some of those danger zones we often speak about around here at Sandown? How will it affect our race as well?
It will, and Sandown always puts on a good show, and I'm sure it's going to put on a good show tonight. Dandenong Road, just over the fence there to the right as we're looking at it. That was always good for the drags. At about I think about 1 o'clock in the morning, I think they had the drags out there. It was thousands of people used to go and watch that. But today we're going to watch some V8 vets go around Sandown and have a bit of a ball.
Going to be an absolute wondrous time. Let's have a quick look at the championship standings as we come into tonight. Rolling double drop rounds have now been applied. Alex Kiddis leads on 536 points to Stephen Grumley on 529 after his impressive performance out at Belle Isle last week. Matt Scholes, heartbreak last week at Belle Isle, will hope to recover tonight. P3 in the championship, 520 points. Jim Caperonis, P4 on 516, and Dave Arney makes up our top 5 at the moment. So they're the rolling opportunists who could go up to split 1 next season, but there are plenty of drivers breathing down their necks, including Craig Friend, Tim Mulford, Simon Haynes, who's been on a resurgence this season, Mick Clifton, Bretton O'Brien as well inside of the top 10. We are 5 winners from 5 at this point of the season. Last season, well, it was this point that we broke the previous record for most different winners in a season. We went 5 from 5, then we went 6 from 6. Could we do it again for a second season in a row and match the record and have a second chance, Brett, of breaking that new record of 6 from 6? It would be the shortest time period that record would actually stand. It would only last a season if that were to happen next week at Thruxton. But that is also, of course, assuming that we get a 6th different winner here this evening.
It certainly does, and I'll tell you what, those points are close. There's a lot of very close points. Just looking further down the list there, it's very, very tight. It only takes a couple of moments of concentration lapse, and it could throw you back into that pack, that clutch of cars further down that list. And like having all these different winners, and we'll see what happens tonight. It just goes to show that the championship is firing right up. It's going to get spicy, and especially with a bit of water out there, qualifying and practice, and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, it could be exciting.
It could be very, very exciting indeed. Let's have a quick look at the track map here for Sandown International Motor Raceway. Of course, it's been run in state series events for many, many years, and it's been in the Supercars Championship for decades as well. We are about an hour away from Phillip Island, the next closest Supercars circuit in Victoria. Then the next one to that would be Winton, not including the Melbourne Grand Prix circuit, which is nearly 3 hours away from this wonderful circuit as we trickle our way on in. It was opened back in 1962. This layout's been used, though, ever since the mid-80s. 3.1 Ks, 1.9 miles in the old language, 13 turns. It's a short, sharp layout here as we run down the main straight up towards turn 1 for the first time. Very easy to make mistakes through here, run it wide, end up in the sand, or run it wide, catch the curb, spin the rear of the car around as well. We could see some bottlenecking happening through this point as well. Up through the turn 2-3 chicane, you've got to try and hop the curbs and attack them as hard as possible. It's often a spot where drivers can end up right in the barrier on the right hand side or traversing the grass on the left. It makes for a very tough rejoin. Then at the hairpin at turn 4, we then launch the cars out of there. Want to get a good run, set yourself up around the kink at 5 and down towards the fast run as you start to go back downhill at turn 6. Click down the gears as you run through the S's at 7 and 8, and then into the treacherous Dandenong Road at turn 9, where you can often find a lot of incidents happening of either cars carrying too much speed, catching the grass on entry and ending up in the wall or the sand trap, or carrying too much speed and actually spinning it right on apex. It's another section where drivers need to be cautious. Then the run around turn 10 and up towards the modern final corner at turn 11, 12 and 13. Tough pit entry drivers will have to announce when they're coming into pit lane tonight to try and avoid any incidents that could occur, because as you exit turn 12, Brett, you are exiting right onto the pit entry and it's right on the racing line, and often drivers will get caught out by someone slowing down to come into pit lane. Yeah,
scary stuff, and we were given that permission to shout over the the radio by Race Control, which was a good idea. The other thing we have got to watch out for is drying track. You know, the race line is going to be quite tight. So are we going to see some, you know, just nose to tail sort of tram track running in the early days, or are we going to see some people throw some caution to the wind and try and get out there in that wet, you know, wet bitumen and just take lady chance by the horns?
Well,
Lady
only,
Luck.
well, only time will tell as we head out to the circuit. It's, I mean, it is one of those staples of supercars racing here in Australia, isn't it? You think of racing circuits in Australia, you think of supercar circuits in specifics. At least for me, the big three that I think of, Brett, is Bathurst, Sandown, and Phillip Island. They are the big three that I think of. You could add to that list, maybe in the modern era, Gold Coast as well, possibly SMP in the most recent years. But for me, the big three are Bathurst, Sandown, and Phillip Island. They're the ones that pop straight into my mind as iconic racing circuits in Australia.
Well, hasn't there been, and as it says up there, Sandown's 50th anniversary on 2012, you know, I mean, this track has been here for a long time and we've seen some amazing racing over the years. So there's a lot of history at this place. Was talk about, I don't know what the current status of it is, but there was talk about shutting this track down. I don't know where that's at this stage.
Hopefully
but,
not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
The conversations are still being had, but they're I suppose the main thing that has always plagued Sandown is residents around the track complaining about it. You moved near a racetrack. What did you expect to happen? That's what
are
I
you
say.
gonna get? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect when you move near a racetrack? Like, I don't understand.
Well, yeah, no, I don't understand it either. You know, it's been there for quite a long time. You know, so it's not like it's going to be anything untoward that you didn't expect. Just seen a couple of people on the front straight there on the wet side of the track. You can see a dry line. Oh, and there we go about that treacherous entry to pit lane.
So that'll be
just
an interesting point tonight, Brett. Is those qualifying positions?
Yep.
All the all the odd positioned cars are going to be starting on the wet side of the road. So I actually think it'd be better to qualify in P2 over P1 because P2 is going to be on the dry line, and if they start on dries, they're going to get the better run off the start of the race.
Have a look at that example there. That's a pretty prime example of the track, the tram track that we call. Just going up that back straight, you know, so there's only enough room for one and a bit cars. And that's the same on the front straight as well. So, yeah, if you're on that wet side, you're going to have a struggle because you're on slick tyres. She's not going to want to get away from that line really nice and neatly. And then you've got the other one of, you know, you will pile over to the dry side and then try and get through turn one, you know, which is another treacherous corner here at Sandown.
Well, what can this guy do tonight? Championship leader, Alex Kiddis. He's starting out of P27. He's qualified, not his best. He's mistakenly qualified on the wet tyre. Majority of the field qualified on the dries. That then says to me that the race start should be starting on dry tyres if the dries are that much faster in qualifying conditions and qualifying spec.
Well,
so
Alex is looking a bit green there. So
yeah, just a little bit green. Just a little bit.
Yeah, that was a bit of a head turner. I mean, I started on wets sillily, which pushed me back in the pack for qualifying, but I just wasn't sure of the condition of turn two and coming down to down on corner here. They were probably the two most treacherous parts of the track that you could have easily locked a brake and, you know...
He's actually just blown an engine here in the warm-up, so...
Wow. Yeah, he's obviously...
That's a very, very quick turnaround for that team to try and get that car fixed up. But I suppose, you know, this race, I would say, Brett, is obviously we've got no perspiration on the way. No rain at all to be spoken about, but we're still, you know, 74% precipitation in the air. As the track dries out, obviously, the racing action's probably going to get a bit better in terms of battling because drivers will be able to go offline. The early stages of this race is going to be who is going to be ballsy enough to go offline and go onto the wet line to try and dive. And 9 times
Yeah,
out of 10,
yeah.
it's not going to work out very well because they're
No.
still pooling water on the circuit.
Yeah, yeah, there is, and you only have to. I think I may have tested a couple of times, dipping a couple of tires, onto that wet side, and it just was not pretty. If you didn't get back to the dry line early enough before you're braking, it really, it really threw you for a spin.
Well,
And I think there was still a couple of large puddles on the front straight as well. So
yeah.
though you could hit them and just absolutely, just take off.
Well, as the warm-up session comes to an end, we get prepped for the race start here this evening. The starting grid will be as follows. Stephen Clark will start pole position alongside Tim Mulford here this evening. Michael Jones and Matt Scholes will be starting on the second row of the grid. It's a good starting position for Matt tonight, especially because he's in the championship hunt and because Alex Kiddis is further down the order as well. Scott McKenzie, Jim Caparonis then for the top 6 for Steve Grumley, Simon Haynes, Simon Heddersheet and Bruce Tannock for our top 10. Darren Crosby, Shane Randall will then start out of the top 12 as we move back to Matt Stoyles, Michael Quain, ahead of Scott Weston and Ron Allen. Andrew Hoffman and Paul Burns will start ahead of Brett Horsell and Brett Taylor. Another all Brett row this week. This time it's on the 10th row of the grid. Jeremy Bush, Rick Viger starting ahead of Dave Arney and Mario Reali as well. And then we start to get into the drivers who unfortunately qualified on wets. Or Tony Chapman, he was on dries. But yourself, Brett, you were on wets. Kiddis was on wets. Fisher was on wets. Houghton, Blanchard, Clifton, Monday, Lovegrove, O'Brien all struggled in qualifying, and I believe they were on the dry tyre, so they just struggled for pace out there tonight. And also Pete Baxter will be starting at the rear of the field. Our race controls tonight, there will be Travis Azapoli and Lucas Burt driving the safety car as well.
I thought the having it the conditions as they were, it was quite interesting, and it just threw that little bit of a question mark. So you had to be on the ball, and I obviously wasn't. But I didn't mind having that sort of, that questionable condition,
So we can see the pole sitter of Stephen Clark is starting on dry tyres, but he's on the wet side of the road.
Yeah.
So it means the onus and probably the favourite to go into turn 1 leading would be P2 in Tim Mulford, but the Logitech G entry of TTR has found its way onto the front row of the grid. We'll see how that Phoenix Racing Team entry goes alongside it. It's a completely different field of vets now that we've got teams such as Phoenix and TTR on board. It'll be a really different feel when we get the likes of Madison Down and James Scott in here when they're of age. Although I don't think they'll ever see Split 2. I doubt they ever would.
Yeah, I don't think they will either.
Also, Brett, I have been informed that the sponsorship this week to continue the Worst Driver of the Day award going to you has been paid for. The cost went up to 10 cents this week, Brett, apparently.
Right, and so that hasn't been awarded to me already, has it?
Apparently it has. For qualifying on the wet tyre, it seems.
Right.
But maybe we can rescind it based on how your race goes, Brett. Who knows?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here we go.
Lights are going to go up. Race beginning at Sandown. 250 Ks of drying track action, and we are underway. And it's a good start from Mulford on that dry side. You can see Clark struggling for grip, and he's getting buried down towards turn 1. As we enter for the first time, who is going to survive the run through here? Drivers going offline are going to be careful. Haynes runs it wide. Multiple cars in behind, though, trying to survive the run up through 2 and 3 for the first time as well. But it's a great start from Mulford into the lead. Scholes into P2 as well. Remembering he started P4, so he was also on the optimal side of the road.
Well,
and
Scholes
now
look already.
He's already looking, but he's on the wet side of the track, down the back straight towards turn 6. But who can survive the run? Mulford backs out of it. Smart move so early in this race.
I'll tell you what, Clarkie did all right to get that car off. He had a tiny bit of wheel spin, but he did get that car motivated quite well, considering the predicament he was in. So he's done well to sort of keep it where he is at the moment.
Of course, a GRM retro livery this week for Matt Scholes in memory of Gary Rogers. So he's the only one who's actually done that in the field tonight, it seems. There are a couple of drivers who are running retros this round across all 4 splits. Our team was rerunning our retros being back at Sandown, so we thought we'd run them again since we were at Bathurst as well. But it's a hot start in this race for Matty Scholes. Yeah. Nothing untoward to report off of lap 1, so we have survived the onslaught very early, but Caparonis and Jones have made contact into turn 1. Jones all the way off the road. Caparonis is on the circuit. He's trying to hold position as best he can as everyone takes avoiding action through turn 1. Oh, a little bit of a nudge.
Yeah, wow. That was unfortunate. They did great to sort of get the start, that first lap off. I thought there was definitely going to be something happening, but just on that famous turn 1, how bad was that, and that just goes to show you the wet line out there is still quite treacherous. He's doing a great job out in front. He's actually managed to pull a bit of a gap, about 3/4 of a second on Mulford at the moment. Clarkie's just tucked into 3rd there at the moment.
Well, multiple drivers trying to get themselves involved early, but that's a sheer sign that early dives are not going to work in this race because the wet line is just ultra treacherous at the moment.
Yeah.
Ultra treacherous. Fastest lap of the race from Tim Mulford. It is a 1:10.53, so he's got good pace there, Brett.
Yeah, he certainly has. And as you can see, that tram track, as you say, people sort of just testing that. Oh!
What is Damon doing out there?
Damon, yeah. He's had a bit of an oopsie. He might have clipped that puddle maybe on the
Is he a shark?
To the straight.
He looks like a shark without a fin at the moment. He's just not comfortable in the water, Brett.
No, that's it. He should be quite comfortable in the water. I mean,
He's actually got some damage on board that car. There's some damage on board that car. Kiddis is into pit lane as well, so an early stop. Trying to take track position. Could be a smart play, especially if there is a safety car around critical lap. Critical lap tonight, lap 18 of this race. Can find you home.
The chances of a safety car coming out are quite high considering the conditions. It doesn't take much to get offline, make a slight error, or miss your braking mark, what people do, and stove into the back of the car and remedy it useless.
I'm actually going to correct myself. I'm actually going to correct myself, Brett. Critical lap was actually lap 39. I was a bit off there, so.
Yeah, well done. Yeah,
I thought I
wasn't going to correct you on that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Steve Grumley, though, now with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:09.71, so the track is getting faster and faster. Fisher's in pit lane, so is Blanchard. So some early stoppers coming through pit road. Jim Caparonis is in as well, trying to get his car fixed at this stage of the race too. Dave Arney is off the road at turn 1. It's a wide berth for him. He's just run it that little bit too deep.
What, that re-entry?
Wasn't too bad. It was okay.
Dave Arney was quick all week. He was flying, so he'll be disappointed with that off there.
Oh, Paul Burns.
It's a long race, 81 laps, you know, so just gather yourself and settle down.
That's
so
right.
early rises, so Darren Crosby up 5 at the moment for M1. Michael Clark 4, Ron Allen up 4, Paul Burns up 5, so there's a few people making some gains. Mick Clifton up 7. So yeah, and there's a few obviously who have gone into deficit quite largely,
including Caparonis, who is down the order, but he has taken his first pit stop of the race. Stephen Clark is having a wild ride into turn 1. Contact with Tim Mulford, and I believe Steve Grumley as well, who's had to traverse off the road.
That was big.
That's a heavy incident. Clark has been involved in some wild moments already this season, and it's not getting any better for the Sandman out there.
Yeah, I wonder, we didn't quite catch that early enough, but I wonder whether it was someone trying to just go for a slight overtake and just getting a little bit loose in that water and just not being able to get car settled on the brakes early enough.
For whatever reason, it was a huge moment. Grumley picking up his pieces of his car, although it's not heavily damaged, so he's okay, and he's now got Simon Haynes on his heels. Randall up 5 into the top 10. Crosby up 8. A fantastic effort as well. Tannick up 6. Quayne up 6 too. So there's some big movers inside of this 10. Mulford is struggling.
Mulford off track.
Yeah, he's struggling right now. You got a feel for him. Starting on the front row. And taken out for a reason that was not his fault. It's a real shame.
I'll say the wheel on that car must have been tweaked pretty hard if he's tracking around like he is there, trying to keep out everyone's way. I'm sure he'll pull in the pits and get that car fixed.
Oh, actually, the wheel's not too bad. The wheel's okay.
Maybe it was just you know, steering really weirdly or something like that. But obviously knew that there was something going untoward with that car. So that's unfortunate for Tim. He's been having a reasonable season thus far. So Clark in pits, Mick Clifton in pits, and Tim Mulford in pits, as we were just looking at there. That dry line seems to be getting a little bit wider.
Just a little bit. Just the slightest touch wider as we come down the hill. Everyone is starting to get involved. This race, Crosby and McKenzie battling for P2. They got Tannick in behind them as well. Grumley would love to extend his championship points tonight, try and sneak his way possibly into the lead of the championship as well if Kiddis were to have a poor run tonight, although he has taken a pit stop and he's just set the fastest lap of the race at 109.54, so he has taken track position to combatant that. Michael Jones has just been involved in an incident down at Dandenong Road. It looks self-inflicted though, so I think he may have just had a self-spin down there as he sets himself up once again. Oh, Sandman. So he's actually answered for us. He hit the wall after going through a puddle, and then that's unsettled his car, and it's obviously made contact.
We did talk about that earlier. Those puddles on that right-hand side of the track, they can grab the car, hook it, and just absolutely throw it into the wall. So obviously he's done that.
We already saw it happen to Damon Fisher earlier on as well.
Yeah.
So, it's a real shame.
We had a sheet having a look, but you can see the water spray kick up straight away there as he got on offline. Coming into this fast left-hander and through this section of the track, you want to have maximum grip. He's come through there all right. A little bit gain on entry, but exit, he hasn't been able to capitalise on that. Damon just saying he's a saltwater shark, not a freshwater shark. I don't think there is. Is there any freshwater sharks?
I don't think there is.
No.
I'm not sure. Well, we'll obviously get more answers to these incidents that have happened tonight when we have our post-race highlights package for you as well.
Yep.
That'll obviously unlock all of the answers to everything that happens throughout this race that we may miss every detail on. Matt Scholes still leads the way. He's 3.7 seconds now ahead of Scott McKenzie and Darren Crosby, with Tannick, Grumley, Haynes, Randall, and behind him Quain as well, still battling away. But it's a good battle pack for second.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. A great little battle pack there, and there's a couple of other battles going on up and down the field at the moment. But everyone, it looks just settling down a little bit, which is good, because the track, it's still, while it is quick, if you make a small error, you take too much curb where there's too much water, things are going to get spicy. You take the gamble. Damon Fisher just taking the fastest lap of the race. He's flying.
Well, now that he's got his floaties on, he's able to go again. That's why. Like a shark who can't swim. Never heard of it, never seen it, never believe it.
No.
McKenzie, though, is under big pressure here from Crosby as they enter in towards turn one. Tannick and Grumling behind as well. That is a tough duo to have right on your rear view mirror. That is a duo that will put fear into anybody, knowing the sort of pace they have and the aggressiveness they have on track as well. They really put the sword to you for position.
They do. So what, like in this situation, what do? Track slowly drying out. Do you be a little bit patient? Do you just make sure you're harassing that guy just in front enough to make sure he's, noticing that you're there and under threat a little bit. But do you not try and make too many big moves, obviously knowing the track is still drying?
I mean, I think at this point, it's a 250k race. There can be some room for patience this early on.
Yep.
And just allow the track to dry up a little bit more before you start going for your big moves.
Yep.
I think if you're stuck behind somebody at this point of the race and they're really holding you up, let's take Heddersheet and Quain, for example.
Yep.
Heddersheet could come in and pit, get into clear air, and then push on, and he should pass him reasonably well. As Michael Jones is still struggling back here. He has gotten going again though, but it's really not his night tonight. He's properly
Yeah, and
struggling.
I think the other thing, like you just mentioned before, is that, I mean, if you don't feel you're being held up, you know, you're possibly better just to keep running. But if you are feeling like you're being held up, it's probably not a bad idea to sort of release yourself and see if you can get an undercut. And that's probably, to be quite honest, in hindsight, is probably what I should have done. I felt like I was being a little bit held up in the back of this pack, but I was also, yeah, it's one of those things, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
Reynolds just had a big blink. Sorry, I just noticed that. I thought he was coming in a bit lane. Well, I suppose it's also the thought process too, is you're on the back of a battle pack right now, Brett. If these guys do start battling, they're going to start slowing themselves up, and yourself. So if you come in now, maybe you take a longer pit stop, so you guarantee you're going to be in clean air. Yes, you're going to give up time now, but you'll gain that back later in the race, and, well, reasonably speaking, you're going to allow them all to slow themselves down and battle away, and by the end, you should actually get past them.
oh, there we go. There's that. Oh, just seen Bush in that puddle.
Yep.
Wow.
Right on pit exit.
Yeah. I wonder what happened to Bush there, but yeah, that's the unfortunate part about that bit of the track there. That standing water must be quite deep there.
Oh, Crosby trying to go offline. Mackenzie forced off the road. Tannick sneaks on by. Grumley's going to take him too. It's
Grumley,
a 3-for-1 special. Could
Haynes
Hainesy...
got a good run through there too.
Oh,
I'm not
he
too
did.
sure whether he's going to be able to make that move or he's just going to pull in. No, at this stage he's just going to tuck in. Probably not a bad move there. That Tannick took Crosby took fantastic advantage of that bit there.
And you can just see Crosby every lap he's been trying to extend the dry line off the exit of the final corner. You can see he just runs a little bit tighter, just to try and get rid of some of that standing water on the main straight. Of course, the more running that there is, the drier the line becomes. That's why it's so important in these wet races, especially when it is a drying track race. Get out and practice, do some laps. You will disperse the water and you will make it not only easier for yourself, but also everyone else out on the road. So,
someone did mention that just by running offline, you cool the tyres a bit. I don't know whether that has a great effect or not, but you know, yeah, that's something I've heard.
I think it'll be okay, obviously, down the straight. So down towards turn 1 and up towards turn 6, you just do it for a period. You know, get rid of some of the water, but also cool down your tyres a little bit more as well, and then just get prepared well in advance to move back over onto the dry line and get prepped again. And I think that as well, especially up towards turn 1, you've got to have some willingness if you're in behind them to not try and pass them down the straight, because you're never going to win the drag race.
No,
you're going to try and win a braking game, and if you force them onto the inside, you're putting yourself and their car at risk. So
yeah, and I think that's what most of the people were doing here. We're just taking, you know, just running nose to tail just to take that that bit of stress out of the race. You know, let's play the safe game. I mean, if an opportunity raises up, Dave Arney is in the pits. Yeah.
So an early stop here for Dave, lap 13 of 81. So it's a long race this afternoon, as we said. Brett Taylor in amongst the battle of the Bretts. You're trying to chase them down at the moment, Brett, to make it a little triple threat between yourself, Taylor, and Horsell.
Brett, and Brett.
Yep. Triple Brett. Of course, on the fuel load of the initial tank at the start of this race, drivers can go to roughly lap 30. So you can actually go quite far on the initial starting load of 80 litres. Everyone will just be trying to keep the tyres nice and steady. Try and cut the race in the thirds as well.
Yeah, and I think that's why I didn't sort of, because when I got past Bush, I thought, I've been released here. Oh, Tannick!
They're both off!
Yeah,
both off.
He's tagged him.
He has. Crosby's gone off. He's trying to rejoin.
Wow.
Trying to rejoin straight away. Oh, but he's gotten it loose. And it's right in the way of Michael Quain.
Quain.
Wow, Quain was forced wide anyway because Header Sheep was coming up the inside. No contact was made on that move, but unfortunately Crosby just lit it up on the exit as he came back on track, and he's just tilt-a-whirled it back around in the way of Michael.
Oh, and looks like Quayne has just gone straight ahead there.
Oh, he has. He's gone straight ahead into the exit of turn 3. And that's a dangerous spot. And if he needs a tow, we could see a safety car.
Yeah. Lap 14 of 81.
We need to watch for drivers coming into pit lane. If any of them dive in. Tannick's coming in. Tannick is in. So I think he knows it could be. Oh no, but he's absolutely porked his entry. He has absolutely porked his entry there. Burns is in. Weston's in. They're all in. The front runners have kept going as Scholes is trying to get past the lap traffic of Mulford. And it's slowing him up. He's trying to deal with Caperonis as well. This could be detrimental to his race.
Just goes to show how much water's still in pit lane, you know, like we've been running on dry lines out here on the racetrack, but pit lane doesn't get the traffic like it has, and it is still quite wet in there, and obviously catching out Tannick there. Safety car is on.
Well, now what do you do if you're one of those drivers who've already been through pit lane like Clark, Kiddis, Fisher? Do you come in again, take the little free fuel load, and then push on? I think it could be worth it, especially if you took a short stop early. You'll offset your pits a little bit, but it could give you a good advantage.
I guess it depends on how much fuel you actually put in on that first stop.
Well, they're coming in. Oh my God, Grumley's gone too quick, and Grumley's gone straight into the tyre barrier on the pit entry.
Here we go.
That's allowed. He's got to wait as well for Heddersheed to come past. Oh, and it's held up Ron Allen. It's held up Ron Allen on pit entry.
Wow. This is huge.
So multiple cars into pit lane.
Yep. The amount of time lost in pit lane for a number of drivers is quite huge there.
So let's see. Does Sandman Clark come in? Does Kiddis come in as well? Take the fuel stop. Take the free fuel and offset yourself for later in the race. Could be a smart strategy. Clark's in.
Yep.
What about Kiddis? Kiddis is going to keep going.
Kiddis is staying out.
So he's going to try and jump the field. Heddersheed's right on exit though. This is going to be very, very close. Very, very close indeed. I think Heddersheed was ahead.
Wow, that was close.
I think Heddersheed was ahead of Kiddis on the pit exit.
Ooh.
And they've driven past the safety car. Fisher's stayed out as well, so this could be prime strategy for those guys who've stayed out and taken track position.
Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, wow.
This is mayhem.
So,
absolute mayhem. But there are some drivers we need to note. Scholes, Haynes, and Randall and Mackenzie have all taken 3 long stops. So they're actually going to be the net benefactors of their next stop here, Brett. They could be battling for a podium because the top 3 have all taken short stops on their first run through.
So just trying to look at the longest stop. Michael Jones, Scott McKenzie with a 32-second pit stop. Scholes with a 31.3.
Randall with a 31. Haynes with a 30.8.
Yeah, I think I had a 30, something like that. Am I yet 30.3?
They've gotten that for free, Brett, because they were able to go an extra lap at full push whilst the safety car was trying to get out of pit lane.
Yep. Just trying to have a look and see what Damon's pit stop was, and he took fuel, and I'm assuming he repaired his car as well. Where is he on the list there? So his was only 18.9, 19 seconds.
So, I mean, I don't know, Brett. The weird thing now is, so we saw Heddersheed was ahead at the blue cone, so he needs to be let past Kiddis because he's technically should be the race leader.
Yeah, yeah.
He should be the race leader, not Kiddis. But Kiddis is not going to give up the lead because why would you give up the lead if it's been left to you?
Well, I mean, they might be just waiting on clarification from race control to see
Very
whether,
true.
you know, I mean, obviously it's pretty hard to see, you know, you don't really, if you got triple screens, you know, even then, you know, it's probably not easy to see whether the car was slightly in front of you at that precise moment. So I would say they're probably just waiting on confirmation from race control.
So pit lane has fired up. It was a complete shambles for a lot of drivers trying to come in. And of course, the pit lane is a lot wetter than the race surface because it hasn't been used. You know, it hasn't been used more than the race surface, obviously. As Brendan O'Brien has he's just pulled over to let cars pass. I'm not sure why. Self-inflicted EOL.
No.
It's very odd.
Yeah, that's
Very
he
odd
got
at this
going
point of the
again?
race. I think he has. No, he's still parked up. I'm not sure what's happening for Brenton right now. Maybe something's happened and he's had to pull over and try and get it sorted. Hopefully it's nothing too serious and he gets going again. He's still parked there. That will actually extend the safety car period if he doesn't get going very shortly, because the lap traffic of Tim Mulford has just been let pass. Unless he's trying to... No, he's going again now, actually. I thought maybe he had to redress to Mulford for some reason, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
It's very, very weird. It's a very, very weird moment in this race. Of course,
Quaine's just left pits as well, so he's a lap down at the moment.
Well,
Obviously causing the...
This obviously now resets everything because Skulls, Haynes, Randall, McKenzie, they want to try and stay within 12 seconds of the top three, because if they can stay within 12 seconds, they'll jump them in the next pit stop.
Yeah.
And that will obviously then get them a massive...
advantage.
Yeah, and it would
Yeah,
jump
free
them
kick.
as well. So
Yeah.
the issue is though, if an
other
incident
interesting
happens, that's the only issue.
Yeah. Another interesting part at the moment is that track is obviously drying more and more and more. And you know what happens on safety car restarts? Things get a little bit heated, you know. So are we going to see a safety car breeding a safety car? You know, with the track, the dry track width just opening up that a little bit, and you can see now there's quite a you know, nearly 2 cars width if they were running side by side. But that might promote a few more people sort of having a little bit more of a go maybe on the restart. Mulford in pits and O'Brien in pits.
Interesting. We've got a heap of chats out there tonight already as well, so thank you for everyone joining us out there. Brett Fisher, of course, you're in the chat with us. Damon's out there with us as well. Rick Feig is watching the 47 watching as well as the Coleman too. Samir Clark is out there with us as well. Thank you for watching along. Brad Grant's out there with us too. Good to see. Simon Haynes is in the chat with us as well. Chiming in from... we've also got... it's like a Barnett possibly out there. It's Ron Allen. It's Ron Allen. Thank you, Ron. Also chiming in all the way from the US. My other broadcast commitments from this morning, you guys would know if you watch Eye to Eye. Joe Dyson in the chat with us too, so great to have everyone watching along with us.
Safety car pulling away.
Supporting Vets Supercars action. So, safety car will leave the circuit and we will get back underway and green flag running again.
Let us also know if you enjoyed the conditions as pardon me, something a little bit different, or you thought, you know, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it?
I like it in terms of a spectacle, Brett. It's nice.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I actually, you know, what I enjoyed, and even though I got it wrong, it was just that question, you know, do you do dries, do you do wets, you know, all that sort of stuff. So, no, I actually enjoyed it.
So the safety car's in pit lane. Control of the field has now gone to Alex Kiddis, the championship leader and the race leader as well in the 107 Ford Mustang. And he goes straight off the exit at turn 12. Green flag once again at Sandown. We're racing once again. on a lap 19 of 81. We're not even a quarter of the way through this race. We've already had a safety car. What more can happen throughout the rest of the 63 laps to go?
So Kiddis out in front, doing well. Can't see because it's all blurry, but about 0.5 front of header sheet at the moment. Just on the safety car restart, just noticing there was a couple of large gaps, you know, before the safety car starts, and it's quite annoying if you're further down the back of the pack, seeing that there's some large gaps. You know, you're supposed to be right up on that car in front of you, and it just really disadvantages people further down the track.
Hopefully that's better now. I'll let my camera, Brett. Hopefully that's fixed it as we come down towards Dandenong Road. Oh, header sheet's gotten loose, and header sheet's gone round down there.
Oh, Damon just got through there.
Oh, and Randall.
Here we go.
Randall's been held up. He hasn't realised he was down there. He's graciously moved out of the way. That's dropped Randall down a heap of positions.
That's unfortunate for Randall, but it's actually quite good thinking for header sheet to throw that in reverse and actually get out of the road there. So kudos to him for doing that, and it probably might have saved a bit of action further back down the pack too. So
Randall,
for Randall.
Yeah, now so we got the pieces of what has been lost in this race from that moment as he ride on board with him down towards turn 1. Back in the retro once again, as we mentioned. He's rocking and rolling. Oh, there's a spin ahead. That was Darren Crosby, who's just gone off the road down there at turn 1. So it's another opportunity for him. And Stephen Clark is off.
Yeah.
The Sandman has gone out to the sand pit and has to traverse it back on the road, but right in the way of Derek Lovegrove. That was a very fast rejoin.
Yeah, that was a fast rejoin. Yeah, it was lucky he kept that nice and neat there. Also seeing Dave Arney sort of get the car a bit excited out of turn 1, I think coming into turn 2. So he's obviously kept that thing going on the straight and narrow.
Caperonis as well, big damage on that car at the moment. He did not come in under this safety car, though. He last put it on lap 3. So trying to put some pressure here on the back of the 501 car of Randall.
So Caperonis will obviously be trying to Caperonis will probably trying to regain some of his losses in this race so far. We see Damon Fisher pulling the fastest lap of the race again with a 1:08.843. But yeah, Caperonis would want to try and sort of get something back on this race at the moment. He's unfortunately hurting. So I see someone dropping down the list there.
That's Mario Reali, who's been caught up on the side of the road. I think he's having tech issues possibly. He's just pulled that up out of the way.
Oh, is this going to be another safety car?
Oh, it could be. He is right on the inside of the straight, though, so they may just let him tow. Just to get him out of there and try not to affect the race too much with another safety car restart.
So Kiddis and Damon Kiddis is only 3/4 of a second, not quite in front of Damon at the moment, but then there's about 3 seconds back to Skulls. So these boys could make a little bit of a gap here.
Well, of course, we need to remember that Skulls has got to be within 12 seconds of Kiddis before the next pit stop to try and hold and gain position over him into the race lead. Math says right now Skulls is the effective race leader, but anything can happen at Sandown. Anything can happen in these sorts of conditions. Anyone can make a mistake and anyone can get involved. Doesn't matter if you're a car on the lead lap, you're a lap car either, as Mackenzie and Grumley have had a bangle down at turn 2, 3.
Just as you were saying that.
Yep, it's starting to go off
Grumley
now.
Sneaks on past.
Yep.
Mackenzie stuck there facing sort of semi the wrong way, 90 degrees to the track. Randall getting a bit shuffled there after that little join.
That's allowed Caperonis through on him. Getting drifted out wide by Grumley on the rejoin. So it is really heating up, and Mackenzie's only just rejoined the track, so that might actually be a drive-through coming the way of Steve Grumley.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's starting to go off a little bit now. Drivers are just starting to make small mistakes that are leading to big consequences out there.
Implications.
Yeah.
And that's right. I mean, you know, and I think that's what sort of has brought a bit of excitement to this race is the fact is that, you know, you can be patient or you can, you know, run nose to tail or you can take those little bit of chances, and sometimes they pull off, sometimes they don't. And that's just, it's probably just livening everything up a little bit. It's been quite exciting so far, actually.
Well, Paul Burns right now is having a great run. He is currently up 12 positions behind Ron Allen, who's up 11 in this race. Rick Viger up 14 into the top 10. Blanchard up 19. Brett Fisher up 12 positions into P14. Kiddis and Damon Fisher are both up 26 positions, but
that's huge.
They will drop a couple in their next pit stop, of course. They have got some time to give, but taking track position has been prime time strategy for them to get to the lead of the race at this point.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, whether it be through making the right decision or just chance, you know, that's come out really well for both of those drivers at this stage. So it'll be obviously, yeah, they've got a lot more work to do. We're only at lap 24, crossing over to 25 of 81. This is exciting. This is great. This is really, really good.
Fantastic racing all throughout. Jeremy Bush battling away with Nick Clifton. That's where Stephen Clark is down 23 positions off of pole.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Clark.
Yeah, caught the puddle and just, or caught the brunt of the puddle. We'll say I'm not 100% sure if he actually caught the puddle or if someone else did ahead of him. But yeah,
but even starting on the wet line of the track, you know, not getting quite a good start. I mean, he did get a really, really good start considering the situation he was in. You know, got a tiny bit of wheel spin but then got the car away quite reasonable and got swamped, but did manage to hold a reasonable position. But you know, it just hasn't been Clarkie's night so far. Let's hope that he can sort of push himself back up and dust himself off a bit.
Well, I've just noticed, Brett, that the battle of the Bretts is now a triple threat. It is Brett Horsell, Brett Fisher, and Brett Taylor, all in a line astern.
Yep. That was actually a great little battle too. Enjoyed it. It was fantastic.
Brett, if all three of you are in Split 2 next season, oh, I've just thought of a little tracker that we can have.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Bretts.
The Battle of the Bretts.
Who is the best Brett at the end of the season?
Who's the best Brett?
The best of the Bretts.
Yep. I'm for anything. It's good.
Jim at the moment is still running around with a bit of heavy damage on the front of that car, trying to hang on to the back of Gromley at the moment. Dave Arney lands into the chat with us too. Great to have you out there, Dave. Battling away with Shane Randall in behind.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Sorry, Dave.
Up 4 right now.
I just cracked myself up because I think I typed that in early days and said, get to the chopper to Dave. And this is when you were calling with, I think, Scott. And you've gone, oh, I'm trying to, because you thought I was saying get to the chopper cam. Anyway.
Can we bet on Brett's? Sure, we can put bets on Brett's.
Sure can.
We'll run a pool next season, which Brett will do the best across the season.
Put your money down.
Yep. That would have been good for this season because of the gambling and casino theme. Too late.
What are you doing,
too
mate?
little, too late.
Too little, too late. Unbelievable.
I'm disappointed in myself now that I didn't think of that, Brett.
Should have
put 2 and 2 together. I somehow still would have found 5 if I put 2 and 2 together. So.
Well, you know,
we also,
8 out of 3.
Well, we also could have had the battle of the Matts this season with Matt Monday, Matt Stiles, and Matt Skulls.
Yep.
So many shared names amongst the field. There's also the battle of the Michaels, Michael Jones, Mick.
Damon's closed that gap up on. Damon's closed that gap up on Kiddis too. He's then under half a second to 0.4, so he's really pushing Kiddis at the moment.
Fisher has found some proper He has found his waters here. He has found his channel to swim in, Brett.
Yeah. He's swimming in salt water now.
Oh, he is.
And he's actually, that line was looking pretty good there. It was looking pretty racy. He's
the pH levels have come
like I
up
say, he's got
the,
some confidence there.
The pH levels
and Kiddis
have come
is
up
not
on the
slow.
Water. He's not. No, Kiddis
is not slow,
pace.
so that's So this is good. He's up to 0.3. I wonder whether he's going to challenge him for a bit of a pass at some stage, or is he just happy to sit in here?
I mean, if you're Damon, surely you're just happy to sit here and wait. have the
Yeah.
patience
Oh,
and just
yeah.
and wait to
Yeah.
strike. I mean, we're not even halfway through the race. There's no point
No.
trying to get him yet. Work with him to build the
Well,
gap because you're
look at
both in the same
look at
boat.
that. He's got that corner really good there. He didn't quite get a good exit out of there, but no, he's got some pace at the moment. That's great. Good to see. Good to see.
Lap 27 of 81. We're 3 laps away from critical in this race. You'd think that Kiddis and Fisher would have only fueled up to get to the critical lap when they pitted so early on in lap 2 and lap 3. Also, Damon can go a lap longer than what Alex can on the level of their pits. It will give Matt Skulls the race lead, and he'll have only ever so long to build up enough gap to 12 seconds to actually survive. As Damon's had a big blink. Oh no! Oh, he's back. Okay.
Isn't it? Oh, he's blinking. He's blinked closer.
He's a time traveler, Brett. He's a time traveler. He blinked out of existence and blinked back in closer to Alex's tail. So
he's a time traveling shark.
he is.
God. Unbelievable.
This battle is heating up though exponentially. It's great to see between them. The run around. You can see some of that debris down there as well from the incident with Simon Heddersheed. So that's going to start to have an effect on this race very shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, just another element to contend with. Water, sand, you know, kitty litter,
We're at the beach.
whatever else they've got down there. Yeah. Oh, geez, Damon,
Find
that's
some
running
shells.
really wide.
Oh,
Randall off.
off the road. Down at the
Oh,
S's.
throwing under pressure there from Houghton.
Yeah, there's Houghton. Michael Jones on his
Jones.
tail too.
Yeah.
So Jones is all over him here. He wants to go around the outside of the next corner. As they come through,
Michael
Jones dives it up the inside. A very late dive. Round Randall goes.
And who was that in there?
That's
too?
Clark.
That was Clark.
That's Clark.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, and he's
Can't
moved, and
nose
he's
the
moved in
tail.
the way of Brenton O'Brien. Oh, it's a real shame for Randall.
I was just about to mention too, Jones lost, he was about 18 positions down, so that's just going to hurt him even further. So he would have been quite upset with himself there, already being down further than where he started. But that's just going to add to the dismay.
Oh, it's only going to compound the pressure now on Jones's race. At this point, both him and Shane's races are probably, well, we don't have to argue, Brett, probably well and truly finished outside of a miracle because they're so far down the order, still with one pit stop to go.
And look at this, Damon, he's actually got some really good pace here. He's come out of that corner. He was about half a second, got down to 0.2. And his exit out of the corner there, same again, quite reasonable. So he's holding a decent bit of pace here. So yeah, I would go to say that, well, what's the last lap time? It was Damon was actually about 0.3 quicker. So he's definitely got pace here. So this is great to see Damon having a battle up here with Kiddis. You know, and he's not just playing the old follow the leader. He's actually having a bit of a crack here. So that's great to see.
Getting right into it. Tim Mulford, lap traffic ahead of them. Just trying to stay ahead if you can.
The others having a bit of a battle there. We've got Viger, Hoffman, Blanchard, and Stoyle's not too far behind there. And Horsell, myself, Grumley, and Caparona. So that's a fairly big train there from looks like 9th to about 15th. Still only 0.3 off him coming on the straight this time.
Andrew Hoffman has gone round down at Dandenong Road.
Hoffy's luck, unfortunately, still got an issue with the front of that car. No. Oh, he's just waiting for an opportunity to...
Yeah, he's waiting for the traffic.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to hurt.
It's a real shame for Hoffman. Kiddis, though, trying to survive the onslaught from Fisher. We're now past critical lap, so any pit stops from here will find the drivers able to get home to lap 81 and get to the checkered flag as well. It's been struggle street for a lot of drivers.
Again. Yeah. I don't want to keep harping on about it, but Dane looked very, very strong here, actually. He's probably
no, I think he deserves his flowers. This is one of the best races we've seen from him.
Because he's actually, you know, dropped off a little bit there, but he's actually attacking. He's actually, without actually doing anything, like darting right offline and going for a big move, he's actually putting a lot of pressure on Kiddis at the moment. So
he's holding pressure on him as well.
Yeah.
Mulford is, he's not quite within a second of Mulford is Kiddis, so he'll have to wait to get the opportunity to get past the lap traffic. He'll be screaming for it right now, but of course Mulford doesn't have to move out of his way, Brett. He just has to make it easy for him. So if Kiddis goes to the move, he can't defend. That is obviously the explanation of a blue flag rule, so we've only got...
And the other thing too is, I mean, we've still only 32 of 81, so, the safety car comes out, Tim's going to sort of get himself back.
I've done it again, Brett. I claimed this was the critical lap. It wasn't. It's 39 still.
Oh, yeah.
The heat. Now, I will point out, I'm in my studio, which is very, very warm, and there's no air conditioning in here. I've got a Kmart fan on me, trying to keep me cool.
All right.
So the brain is a little bit warm.
Well, it's obviously
right now.
failing miserably.
It is.
Well, you might need to sort that out because it's only going to get hotter.
I know. I'm going to have the door open after this broadcast with the air conditioning on to cool down the room, because I've got another one later tonight as well.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, Damon closing again on Kiddis towards the end of that. Backs out just a little bit early.
Panic's in.
Got Bruce Panic in.
Did
he pit already? Or was that?
He's already pitted. Could this be a drive-through possibly?
Maybe it is.
I know what I was getting confused.
Yeah, that looks like it is.
The fact that the initial fuel load can get you to lap 30.
Right. Yeah. That was your earliest late stop sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Tanik with a drive-through, so that now brings him back out on the road. Mulford concedes to Kiddis and Fisher and lets them push on. Fisher is putting maximum pressure right now onto the back of Kiddis's car. Of course, to get to 75% tonight, drivers had to make, I think it was lap 71. I'll double check.
I'd have to use a calculator and figure out how to use that thing.
Lap 61. It was lap 61. I was 10 laps away.
So just looking at Matt Scholes, so they're 5 seconds. Matt Scholes 5 seconds back. Ooh, that's no good. 5 seconds back. So Scholes they've pulled about a second on him over the preceding laps. So they're doing all right. They're actually moving forward, and I think that's probably due to the fact is that even though Damon's really giving Kiddis a bit of what for here, he hasn't really made any big dives. So maybe, just maybe, Kiddis is just going, you know what? Like, if we just keep doing what we're doing here, we'll slowly pull away from Scholes and make a bit of distance.
Well, continuing to battle the way in towards turn 6, the race leaders are in a short line astern. Simon Haynes is starting to put pressure as well on Matt Scholes ahead of them for P3, but corrected P1 position because they're still within the crucial 12-second mark of the race leaders as well. And Hainesy has switched on to a new gear the last few weeks, Brett. He has really found his form. Well, he has. The last few weeks. Not actual gear, like he switched his racing into a new gear as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Well, so he's on for... He's
thinking about that posthumously, it's saying gear about sim racing that could be confusing,
Yeah, it's like me calling when I do get my dedicated sim room, which will be in a shipping container, the gearbox.
We need a sign that says Brett's gearbox on it.
Well, it'll say gearbox.
Or you could call it a fish and tackle box. That's all I know about fishing, Brett, other than hook, line, and bait. That's all.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put an anchor on it, saying it's a fishing container, shipping container.
Yeah.
You know. So actually, further back in the pack, there's still quite a large little pack from Scholes back, Horsell, herself, Jim Caparonis, Grumley, obviously tucked in there as well. Brett Taylor, Dave Arney. You know, so that's a little bit of an angry pack. That is.
Yeah, it's starting to heat up in this midfield. It's all a battle for P10 as Stoyles leads it. Horsell, yourself, Brett, Jim, Grumley, Taylor, Arnie, all involved. Tanik sneaking on up as well, so this could become quite a feisty pack of cars for a little bit longer. Brett's glove box, apparently, according to Damon.
Yeah, well, you're not invited, Damon.
He's barred. Caparonis running it out into the wet stuff to cool down the tyres.
Wow. I was just looking at Crystal Blanchard up 21 spots, but then I did notice on his pit stop time it was only 18.8, so he's going to have a very big deficit to pay when he comes in for his second stop.
21 positions worth? I don't think so. I think he may be okay. He'll probably drop behind the pack of cars that you're in. Sure,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't saying, you know, like he's going to drop that.
No, but he does have time
but
to
it's
give
still,
up.
Yeah, there's all the time to give up there, so, you know, and anything can happen, so.
It's good to see, though, this pack of cars battling away in midfield. At the moment, Matt Scholes has lost another second now to Damon Fisher and Alex Kiddis. It's now at 6.2 seconds for them, but how far can they go on their fuel load? They've roughly put about 30 litres in those cars, meaning that they're around about 18.9 seconds on the stop. So
Interesting that they're on a fairly similar fuel strat at the moment too. I know Damon's got a little bit more than Kiddis, but you know, I mean, it's pretty even there. And I just noticed that Simon Haynes has made a comment in the thing that he's on the gear.
Slows down time. Well, actually, I'll reiterate. Actually, so 18.98 times 2.3, so they're probably on about 36 to 40 litres of fuel right now. As Kiddis has run
Kiddis
wide.
has made a little error up.
He's run wide. Fisher wants to take the race lead, but they're going to carry it too wide down towards the final few corners. Kiddis on the inside. Fisher's still there. They don't make contact. They continue on, but Kiddis has done well to hang on.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a great section of battling there. But, you know, this might go to show that maybe his Kiddis is starting to feel the pressure that Damon's putting on.
I think he is. I think you know, Kiddis is feeling the maximum amount of pressure right now with Fisher hot on his heels. And they're trying to run away from the cars in behind them.
I wonder whether Kiddis has used up a bit more tyre or anything like that, or, you know, who knows? But, yeah, no, that's some great driving there. Yeah, Scholes got past Haynes as well, or was he always there?
He was always there.
He was always there. So, sorry, my bad.
As they run down towards turn 6 and down through the S's. Which one of them could come out on top of this battle, at least for the moment? They're going to give up the race lead at this point. But it's the pride, it's the ego, it's the pride to crack your opponent and get past them as soon as possible. Scholes is still under pressure here from Haynes, but they're not battling too hard, Brett. They're kind of just rolling together at this point.
Yep.
Because they know that they've got to try and hold the gap as best they can. Oh, it's on. Sorry, Brett. It's on. It's drag race action to turn 1. Fisher's on the outside. Kiddis on the inside. Fisher's been forced wide slightly.
Wow.
So we look away for a second, and it's still on here.
Yeah, wow. There you go. And, I mean, that wasn't a really super aggressive... Oh, Kiddis is a little bit slow coming out of here. It wasn't a super aggressive pass or anything like that. It was just... You know, oh, okay, you're in there. You know, I don't want to make too much contact. I'm just going to let the car open up the steering and let the car sort of flow over those curbs. So it's a bit of smart play by both of these drivers at the moment. Clifton in pits.
And now, Damon, as we are now at critical lap of 39, Damon may not necessarily be looking for the move yet, Brett.
No.
But showing that he's going to try and do it is putting more pressure on Kiddis.
Yep. Well, look at Kiddis coming through that turn. Like Kiddis is in pits.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's interesting.
And I think that was as far as Kiddis could go. He fueled up to get to critical lap.
Yeah.
And now he's in. So I'd say Damon could be in the next lap here.
Yeah. Well, that was it. I mean, look.
This will be the telltale sign now of how much can now Damon push on this lap now that he's not being held up. How much can he push and can he jump him?
Time. So his last lap a little bit slower at a obviously they had that bit of a battle and things like that. So Can't see. It was a minute 11 flat. But you usually see what his time does this time around.
So let's see how long is the pit stop for Alex Kiddis. It's a long one, Brett. It is a really long one.
I'll get me pen. And I'll write it down.
39.63 seconds for Kiddis. 39.63. It is a mammoth stop at this point of the race, but it's going to get him home.
Yeah, is Damon coming in?
He's staying out, so he's able to go a bit longer. So I think once Alex knew he was at critical, he decided to come in and get out of the way. The problem is, though, Damon is on a lighter car. Now, he is on older tyres, but a lighter car is a faster car than one that is full of fuel, ready to go another 40 laps.
Yeah. His last lap out there was a 109.7. Matt Scholes 109.7. So Matt Scholes going head to head. Jim Caparonis.
Brumley are in.
Brumley in.
Remembering that Jim last came in on lap 3, so he'll finally get his car fixed. Kiddis has come out of pit lane right behind Andrew Hoffman. But of course, the Hoff needs to take another stop in this race. But he's put himself in dangerous territory here because now he's in traffic. And the longer he's stuck in this traffic, the worse it's going to get for him, especially the longer that Damon stays out. Hoffy, though, looked like he was going to try and come into pit lane, decided the betterment of it, and actually just tucks back in behind Alex here to not hold him up too much. But when does Damon come into pit lane? That is the question. When does the shark
not this lap.
hop out of the pool? It's certainly not this lap.
He's eating up the field at the moment. That was shit.
I'm going to have to clip.
Oh, you're going to have to bleep it, did you say?
I'm going to have to clip it and make a soundboard
right.
of it. Just the words of you saying that was shit.
Oh, Randall just pulling across the side there.
Let the leader go.
So.
Yeah, might as well. He's currently dealing with, I've heard words, he's actually dealing with FPS issues at the moment, so he's having to drive around with muscle memory. So he's just going to he lets the leader pass, doesn't want to get involved too hard. As Andrew Hoffman has just gone round. Wait a second. Alex Kiddis has blown his engine.
Oh, we saw that in practice too.
Kiddis has blown the engine, and that's it. He's trying to get that thing back to pit lane, but that's race over.
How's he getting that thing? How is that
moving?
moving?
He's on the starter motor.
Oh, wow. That's a strong starter motor.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get it back on the starter motor. He'll be in neutral trying to... It says he's in third, but yeah, he's just trying to roll it back on the starter motor. There you see the white light on the back. Right. That indicates the engine's been blown. He's got to be careful, though, run on the racing line as drivers are trying to come through. So he's trying to get it back on the starter motor to get it back out on the circuit. Wow. The problem is he's got to make another 18 or 19 laps to get to the critical mass of being classified at 75%. Otherwise, it is a 0, and it will be a drop round.
Yep. I think that's the only thing that...
is he actually going to be able to get up the hill? Because you've got to remember, it is an incline into pit lane. He is going to get it in on the starter motor. It seems only just.
Oh, no.
He's back in, but he'll tow. He has to tow back. So the issue now is, though, Damon, if he has to come into pit lane, Alex is parked there. He's got to tow that car back in. Because if anyone wants to come into pit lane, he's going to be blocking the pit entry. And if this is the furthest that Damon can go, he stayed out.
No, he's still stayed out.
If anyone... Okay, so now he's towed back. That's fine. Because if anyone had to come in, they would have had nowhere to go. He would have been blocking the track.
Just looking at Damon's last time, a 909.94. A 109.994. And Matty Scholes a 10.45. So Damon's putting some pace down still at the moment. So that's great.
So right now, based on who is race leading potential for a lead in this race, so Damon Fisher is trying to build up gap, but Scholes is actually chasing him down. So Fisher, Scholes, Haynes, Ron Allen, Rick Feiger, Scott Weston, Chris Blanchard, Stoyles, awesome. Top 9, none of them have won a race this season. It's not until we get to Bruce Tannick in P10 that we get to our first race winner of the season.
Odds are pretty high. Bruce Tannick having a look on the inside. He's got that move done.
Also, I've noticed Grumley, who we saw come into pit lane earlier, actually didn't stop. It was a drive-through that he had, and I would suspect it was for the incident earlier in the race. Tannick's run it wide, though. Here comes Fisher and Horsell. Battle of the Bretts is on, but Dave Arney wants to be called Brett as he wants to get involved in it.
Dave Arney wanted just to get in the action as well.
No, Brett Taylor, could he go from him on Tannick? No, Horsell's in, so gets out of it.
Yeah.
Tries to save some time. And Tony Chapman, who's unfortunately had a DC tonight, is already down a lap. Now he's under pressure from dropping past a few more drivers in behind him as well.
Oh!
So he just gets out of the way.
Oh, he's just,
Wow, it is really heating up here.
So far, this race so far has been pretty full on. A lot of things happening all the way up and down the field.
Scott Weston doing well
Bruce
as well,
Tannick.
up into the top 10, up 9 positions at the moment. But Tannick is on a charge back to where he was.
But I think he got a get out of jail free card off that spin he had there down in Dandenong. I mean, that could have been a lot worse than what it was.
Damon's
Fisher
into pit lane, so the race leader comes in, gives up the lead to Matt Scholes and Simon Haynes. Where does he end up, though? Because this has been a cracking race for Damon Fisher, it must be said.
Maybe even on for a DOD?
And possibly. I mean, the way he was attacking Kiddis, and I know that he qualified low, but that was on the wet tyre as well.
Yeah.
And we know that we can break some rules in the wet races, but I'm very impressed with Damon tonight. Very impressed.
Really good race. 37.38 seconds for Damon's pit stop.
So it was always going to be slightly shorter than what Kiddis was. So he actually would have gained 2 seconds over Kiddis. He would have passed him no matter the engine blowing on Kiddis's car. So
it would have been interesting to see. Unfortunately, Kiddis sort of having a bit of an engine issue. I'll tell you what, I was just thinking before, I wouldn't imagine how hot the starter motor wire would have been from the battery.
Oh, it would have been an arc. We mentioned, a few seasons ago at Daytona, we mentioned Kelvin. We would have had an arc reactor on the bottom of that car.
Oh, yeah.
In the starter motor, like. It would have powered.
121 gigawatts.
That would have powered a small Lithuanian town.
Unbelievable.
Hey, on Luke in the chat, Damon learning from the best in brackets himself.
Good work. Great little battle here. Now, Dave Varney sitting behind me, and also Bruce Tannick, which I actually lifted off the gas to let Bruce Tannick pass, and unfortunately he had that spin at Sandown. Sorry, Sandown, but at Dandenong corner.
Hang on, Sandown, Brett.
Now he's behind me again.
Brett Sandown.
No,
I thought we were at Wanneroo Raceway.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought we were at Hidden Valley.
Called apart.
Apparently it's getting scanned.
Yeah.
Haynes is in pit lane, so he's trying.
Really?
Apparently. Cannot confirm or deny, but apparently it is getting scanned. Haynes is in, so he's trying to undercut Matt Scholes now to get into the race lead.
Haynes.
So all of a sudden the
Haynes
battle for supremacy is on. So we'll watch for Haynes when he comes out. Weston comes past into P4. Cracking race from Scott tonight. Top effort, up 11 at the moment. We'll see where he ends up post pit stops. Could be a top 10 on offer for him. Could be a top 10 on offer for you as well, Brett, at the moment.
Oh, we'll see how we go.
Looking pretty good. Up 20.
Ooh, having a bit of a look there.
Yeah.
A little bit of a Bo Peep.
You have you're up into the top 10 and you've all been it's speed racer stuff. You're just like, oh, let's go for an overtake here.
Yeah.
changes your race mindset, it seems. Arnie and Heddersheen into pit lane as well. So they've now taken their next
Lovegrove
stop.
just doing the fastest lap of his race with a 9:09.48.
Yeah. So where's Haynes coming out? Haynes has come out P14. Top of the runners.
Oh, there you go. I just released Dave Varney and Bruce Tannick.
Randall now as well to see
Oh, no,
the
sorry.
update, on his issues.
No,
He's in pit lane trying to fix his FPS issues at the moment. So
Yeah.
his race is done, but it'll just be trying to tech support himself now forward. So we'll see how that goes. So Tannick passed. Oh!
Oh!
Brett, what happened there?
Hey,
Did you?
I'll let Tannick through.
I was going to say, did you see a shipping container and you thought you'd go for it? I mean,
No,
it's going to be close. Header sheets just come out. Lap traffic. Tannick on the
Tannick
inside.
on the wet line.
On the wet line. Job done for Tannick. What a
Yeah.
great move. Top job. It was a great effort there from Bruce. Stoyles did well to survive it, so did you.
Considering Bruce has had a drive-through, where he's placed at the moment, that's a pretty good effort.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bloody good effort, I'll tell you what. But Stoyles is under pressure here from yourself, Brett, as you look for a move down at turn 6. Are you going to send it?
Oh,
no, never.
No.
Never going to dive in the shallow end, are you, Brett? You're only a deep end diver.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm not a shark. I'm only a fish.
This little clown fish, Brett.
Yeah, hey.
What? Finding Nemo is one of the highest selling Pixar films of all time. Thank you very much.
I know, it was a good movie. I love it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's great. Yeah.
Actually, was it Pixar or was
what
it
else is
DreamWorks?
Pixar.
Yeah, Pixar.
Oh, I don't know. I might have to Google that.
Let's confirm.
So Matt Stoyles in pits.
It was Disney Pixar.
And Mackenzie in pits as well. Was it Pixar?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I looked it up, and on the poster it has Disney Pixar on it, so it's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Mark Houghton at the moment. Matt Munday in behind. Stephen Clark trying to fight his way back up towards a possible top 10 tonight. The win's probably over for him, but a top 15 is definitely on the cards. A reasonable recovery for tonight's events and all the incidents, unfortunately, that he's been involved in. And from what we've seen and heard, not much of it was his fault, so that's a tough night for him.
Yeah, it's a shame. I feel for Clarkey, unfortunately, because he's had a bit of a rough introduction to Split 2. And it would have been nice to see him, pull one out of the hat, as he's did a fantastic job in qualifying.
Damn it. But
These things happen.
Brad Grant has pulled out probably the comment of the day. Brett's making a movie called Finding Damo.
Oh, very
Well done,
good.
Brad. That's very funny. That's very
Love it.
That's very good.
I might donate my
Pay
10
that.
cents to him.
I'll pay that.
So still, I mean, look, this dry line is really,
Really
quite
widening.
prevalent now, and,
Yeah.
and it's starting to open up the opportunities for drivers to take a bit of advantage of a move here and there. But it's still something you've got to be cautious of, because there are still puddles
So,
around the track, as we see on the right-hand side coming out.
It'd be great right now, Brett. Big downpour.
Yeah, wouldn't it just?
Just the heavens,
Yeah.
just tipping a bucket onto the track.
Yeah. That would have thrown a big mix into it.
Oh yeah.
Crosby and Bush into pits, as well as Hoffman in pits as
And
well.
Ron Allen as well. So Ron's in. Hoffy's been in the whole time for quite a few laps now. I think his race is over after that moment with Kiddis. Skulls, though, still leads the way. We've got 30 laps to go here at Sandown in round 6 of season 25. We're going to take this time to give a quick thanks to Racecraft Simulations, the title sponsor of the series. If you're in the Perth or WA area, head over to 16 Grogan Road, Perth Airport, chat to John and the team. Check out some of the rigs they got on the floor, and if you've got a bit of spare coin, maybe fork it out for that very special PT1. But don't go anywhere. We're back very, very soon with more from Sandown here in round 6. Welcome back into the Racecraft Simulations V8 Veterans Split 2 action of Season 25. Round 60 this evening out at Sandown International Motor Raceway. If you're just joining us, Hamish Munro here with you alongside Brett Fisher once again, bringing all the action through sight and sound on both the V8 Veterans and the Infinity Broadcasting channels as well. So if you're watching on the Vets channel, be sure to hit the like button, to subscribe, the bell icon too, so you're notified whenever we go racing. If you're watching on the Infinity Broadcasting side, do the same. We're nearly at 250 subscribers over there. We would so appreciate your time in doing so. If you are watching on Infinity Broadcasting, we've got plenty of action coming your way this week. For replay broadcast of the VRS Porsche Cup Series, we're not going to be broadcasting tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I have an event to go to, so we broadcast it on Wednesday evening instead. Same time as it normally would, but on Wednesday instead of the Monday. So you guys can come and chat to me out there as we go racing the next round of that series as well. Brett, it's been an epic race thus far. Matt Scholes leads the way. We're waiting for him to come into pit lane for his second stop. Bruce Tannock's up into P2, but we're well into pit stop period now.
Yeah, Grumley and myself are in pits at this point.
A hot little race it has been as well. I do apologise if anyone can hear my fan. It is hot. I walked out to get a drink, Brett. Oh, it was nice. It was nice and cool. The aircon's on it. Well, the aircon, yes, the aircon's on it at the moment, but I'm going to be turning it on once this broadcast is finished and just letting it cool down my room. That is my current plan for the afternoon after this race. What's on for the rest of your wonderful Sunday, Brett?
Don't know, I haven't thought that far.
Well, I've got food to make after this, air conditioner, eat food, have dinner. I haven't eaten today yet, Brett, so I'm just thinking about food right now. I opened the fridge and I'm like, oh, food. And then you have my food, then have dinner, and then do another broadcast. Busy Sunday.
Oh, busy Sunday.
Of course, we have the long weekend here in Victoria at the moment. It's Melbourne Cup weekend.
Oh, is it? What's the long weekend?
Melbourne Cup weekend.
Oh, that's
not that I care much for the trots, as Matt Scholes is in the pit lane.
No, you care for the day off.
Oh, you know what, Brett? I like horse racing when I get a day off. That's a good time. So Brett Horsell battles away with Brett Taylor and Brett O'Brien at the moment. A lot of Brett at the start of names. You're going for a move here on Matt Stoyles.
Yeah, look at this move.
Oh, up the inside.
Can I get it done? Can I get it done?
Oh, you're still there, teetering on the edge. Oh, yes, you can, Brett. Yes, you can. Brilliant stuff. Oh, look at him go. He's up double digits and he's getting cocky on the circuit. He's ready to make moves. Big moves. Fisher over here, swimming his way forward. So Scholes is just exiting now. There is Simon Haynes. So the battle for the race lead is just intensified. But Scholes has got 9-lap newer tyres than what Haynes has. So when will the drop-off happen for Haynes? He's got to go 34 laps to the end on this set of tyres. This is going to be tough running for the WKMP driver. Whichever one of them wins, we've also got to look back to P3. Damon Fisher is up into P3. Up 23 spots. This. Provisional P3. If they
could be one of his best finishes.
It could be. If they close right up, Brett, this is going to be a battle for the ages.
Well, lap 57 of 81, so we've still got plenty of racing here to go. Let's bring it on, I say. It's been exciting so far.
Very exciting so far. It's been one of the best rounds of the season. Mark Houghton into pit lane, so Tannock continues on in the race lead. Haynes into P2. But he is the corrected race leader for WKMP Sim Sports. Looking for his first win of the season is Simon. Scholes wants his first win of the season. Fisher, I think, from memory, although you can correct me, Brett, you would know, could be his first win in Vets he's going for here in Split 2.
Well, you could be.
Tell us in the chat, Damon.
So we can find out.
Yeah, tell us in the chat, Damon. Damon, have you won a race in Split 2 before? I cannot remember for the life of me. I do apologise. And then Rick Viger. Well, it's been a long time between drinks for him, but he would love an opportunity to win himself another race in his first for the season. Might be his first win, actually, in almost 4 seasons. So That would be a hell of a go. Same for Paul Burns. Ron Allen yet to take a win here in split 2. Scott Weston yet to take a win here in split 2, as Tanak is into pit lane. So it's heating up. Haynes will take the lead, and there will be 23 laps to go when he crosses the line. It's insanity, Brett. Absolute insanity. How close
It
this
is
race
crazy
has been.
stuff here.
But
It's
a
going to be really good.
Fastest lap of the race for Matt Scholes, 108.84. So he's actually
He's
just
got his
matched.
eyes forward.
He has just matched Damon Fisher's previous best attempt.
I tell you what, Haynes would be pretty pumped about the position he's in at the moment too. I mean, this would be one of his best finishes, would it not?
For Haynes, or if he wins, it would be. He has had a P2 before, but he's never taken a win in split 2. Oh wait, no, that's a lie. He has taken a win.
Oh, has he? Oh. You lie.
He won a race last season. Warboys in the chat as well. He's got to say the setup was great. Both him and Jordan Ross used it in the Pro Series 500 on Friday.
Yeah, wow. There you go.
And of course that race was a wet and dry affair as well, so it was set up for those sorts of conditions. It worked out well for those guys to use it in the 500, so it must have been a pretty good setup. 22 laps to go here at Sandown. And Matt Scholes is on the chase down, Brett. 1.5 seconds is the gap, and he is closing on Simon Haynes.
This is going to be good.
You have a feeling this is going to close up.
Yeah.
And then you look, and, you know,
this is going to be a good battle.
Damon's 8 seconds back, but as if these guys start to rumble, he could easily catch up to them and get involved himself. I mean, 22 laps, 21.5 laps now. Okay, so Damon's saying to us, no, if I make it, it will be my first podium.
Wow,
So
yeah, that's
he'll be on
huge.
for his first podium in split 2. As a former split 1 driver. Also right now, we have 2 former Quantum Racing teammates, now with different teams on the podium as well, Brett. Both Damon and Simon are former Quantum Racing members and are now racing for different outfits for 2 of the biggest teams in terms of drivers in vets, and they're racing for a podium and a race win.
Yeah, well, hasn't this race stepped up another notch in some certain terms, you know, with the likes of a lot of our championship contenders, you know, having a fairly ordinary run, barring some of them, and some of the mid-pack, high to mid-packs are actually stepping up and having a decent run. They'll be pumped with tonight. Just maybe
I wonder as well, Brett. I was going to say, well, the conditions had a big factor. I wonder, though, what about the momentum conditions, though, of the championship? And how the momentum's now swung. Because we got to remember, momentum's a big thing as Scholes is caught right up onto the back of Simon Haynes. So this battle is about to get underway. Ford versus Chevrolet. The modern-day giants of supercars racing. And Haynes and Scholes are about to put on a show and put on a clinic for the race lead and possibly the race win as well. It's less than half a second. Scholes on the fresh tyres. Haynes with the hunger to get a first win this season. Which one of them can come out on top? And the point I'm making
big pressure
here
coming from behind
on momentum is Scholes had an unfortunate run last week. Momentum completely shattered. A race win tonight would reignite his championship and reignite the momentum swing, especially with Alex Kiddis having his worst performance of the whole season, not classified and no points on the board.
Go.
Here comes Scholes on the inside. What a dive at turn 6.
That was a clean move.
And I think Haynes let him have it in the end. He didn't want to risk his own race or Scholes by over-defending at this point. There's still plenty of laps left. Still opportunity for safety cars. Still opportunity for him to get back past him again. But this has been a phenomenal race from both of these guys. And again, how is the momentum swinging now? Because Simon's been very strong this year as well. And you have a feeling, Brett, a race win would reignite his championship charge as well, not just Matt's.
Yeah. Oh.
And then we look back to Damon Fisher, who's been driving his best race that we've ever seen out of him, at least in the Gen 3 era of vets.
It's quite clear too of Rick Viger back there as well. So he's probably, he's probably feeling fairly confident with his positioning at the moment too.
Rick's only just come through turn 1, so he'd be very confident in his position. Bruce Tannock, by the way, fastest lap of the race, 108.78, so he's on the move on the fresh tyres. He'll be trying to get past Scott Weston eventually if he can, but it's such a tough place to pass. Scott could try and survive here, but up into the top 10 is a great effort tonight from Scott Weston and for Dave Varney and for Brett O'Brien to be up as many positions as they are thus far. But in saying that, Brett does need another pit stop. He last pitted on lap 29. That would promote Brett
little pack back here.
Yep, that would promote the battle of the Bretts, the triple Brett action, into a battle for P10.
It's still a triple. Have a look at this. It's still a triple threat here.
I know. You've all gone together.
Bretts are just, we're just milling together.
Well, they say that ducks fly together, Brett, for those that enjoy old Disney movies. Well, Bretts fly together, apparently. And
apparently?
You guys are...
What do you call a pack of Bretts?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Ask Jim Richards circa 1992 at Bathurst.
Hey.
I'm joking. No, because you said pack
I
of
resemble
Bretts.
that remark.
No, I know.
Yeah,
You resemble that remark.
Yeah, I resemble that remark.
No, but a battle...
Brett O'Brien in pits.
He is in. So that's now promoted Brett Horsell into P10. Under pressure from Brett Taylor. Yet to take a top 10 finish in split 2. So Taylor would love to do that for the first time. Horsell would love to do it for the first time. You know what it tastes like, Brett. So you want to do it as well.
I'm hungry.
So this battle...
Come get some.
Come and get some. Battle of the Bretts is on. We'll try and keep with it.
64 of 81, and this was a fantastic little battle. Really enjoyed this on this track. Sitting with Brett Horsell at the moment.
And then back
Sitting
to the
with Brett
fish.
Fisher now.
Yep. Talking in third person. Oh, Jeremy Bush has gone off the road down at the exit of turn 1.
Yeah.
Tries to get that thing pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, oh geez. A lot of tie marks there. Damon coming through.
8 seconds is now the gap between Damon and Simon Haynes. Could he possibly chase that battle down for the race lead? Or is he going to have to settle for P3 tonight? That is the question. There is Matt Scholes and Simon Haynes continuing their battle at this point of the race. And for Matt, it needs to be maximum attack tonight. It needs to be maximum gain. Especially with Kiddis being forced to use a drop round out. Alex will gain back 176 points. So Matt has to win or finish P2 to gain on Alex Kiddis. And right now he's doing exactly that as the run up to the line. Lap 66 of 81. 16 laps to go, Brett. And these guys don't look like they're lifting at any point.
And there's plenty of battles going on the pack too. Weston and Dave Varney. And then we've got Taylor, Brett Taylor, Brett Fisher, and just us two. Don't worry about that.
Brett
That's
Horsell.
okay. Brett Horsell. Oh, he's there too. Yeah, sorry.
Horsell, Taylor, Fisher.
And then we've got Stoyles, Caperonis, and Clifton having a great little battle there as well. So Jim's trying to consolidate here, and he's let's see how he goes there, because he was positioned quite well, and he's unfortunately having a bit of a half ordinary night.
Clint Clifton's had a good run tonight, up 16. So is Matt Monday, remembering his great performance last week at Belle Isle. From Monday's perspective, Houghton up 11 as well, Brett O'Brien up 11, Blanchard up 9, Lovegrove up 8. But then we look into the top end of town. Top 12 cars are all gainers in this race. Scholes up 3, Haynes up 6, Fisher up 25, Viger is currently up 18, Burns up 13, Allen up 10, Tannock up 3, Arnie up 15, Weston up 6, Horsell up 9, Taylor up 9, Fisher up 14. It's a ridiculous sort of storyline to have here at Sandown, but it's the sort of racing that you come to expect. Some big incidents happen, drivers drop out, and the others take advantage.
It's definitely mixed it up, hasn't it? It's been great race to watch so far. There's been action aplenty on the track. Well, Jim trying hard, just in the back of the car out sideways onto the front straight. That's going to kill his speed.
Jim's claiming he's up 20, but it's saying to me he's down 8. So did he not start on the start line?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
I don't know. So Haynes and Skulls continue away. We are counting down the laps here to the very end. We are past the scoring lap of lap 61. The drivers will just be trying to get to 75% to be classified tonight, get some points on the board, especially those who are further back in the field. The likes of Randall has just surpassed it, so did Bush. Chapman yet to get to the critical point of the race of lap 61. He's only on lap 60. As Clark and Monday battle away, Caparonis and Stoyles do as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Caparonis has just gone off as well.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed that also that Haynes is actually sitting quite close to the Skulls at the moment too. He's right up his ginger. He's closed up to about 0.3. So it's not over yet between these guys. It's going to be a great little battle towards the end of this race.
Jim makes a very good point. He was last after the second lap. That's very true, Jim.
Yeah.
So you are back up quite a few positions, but relative to your start position is where the gain and loss is. But Haynes is all over Matt Skulls. All over him like a bad smell. And he'll want to put maximum pressure to try and take his first win of the season. Skulls wants his first win of the season as well. Not to mention the fact, Brett, that we could be on right now, more than likely, as we get to lap 69, more than likely at this stage we're going 6 from 6. And I thought tonight was going to be the night that we could see our first double-up winner of the season, Brett. Sorely mistaken.
This means this season is hotting up even further. It's getting spicy, you know?
But this battle is such a hotly contested one for the race win, and it's big championship implications, especially for Matt Skulls. Ron Allen and Bruce Tannock, these guys are battling too. They got Paul Burns ahead of them. Rick Viger a bit further up the road in the battle for position P4 as well. Can Damon chase them down, Brett? 13 or 12 laps, you know, 13 laps. I mean, can he chase them down and put some pressure on them? I don't know if the race wins on, but is the opportunity for a battle on? That's the question.
Well, I mean, yeah, anything's possible at this stage. I mean, let's have a look at his last few laps, lap times, and see how he's tracking. His last lap around was a 9.523. Haynes was a 9.8, and Skulls was a 9.4. So, yeah, I don't know. Might close it up a little, but what has he got? He got 7 seconds, so I don't know if he's can do 7 seconds in 10, 11 laps.
Well, the last 5, he's been faster than Simon Haynes in 4 of them.
There you go. Oh, look at you with all the stats.
It was only on lap 65 he was 0.28 slower than Haynes was. Every other lap he's been faster. So he is slowly but surely trying to chase him down.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how close he gets anyway.
How quickly he can chase him down? Well, that's a question for another day, it seems.
Another one too, Rick Viger. I mean, you probably did mention him, up 18 spots at the moment. So that's the same again. That's another great effort there. Paul Burns up 13.
Fantastic effort.
Yeah.
Paul Burns doing well, as you said. Tannock is still hot on the heels now of Ron Allen, so wants to try and get this job done if he can. We've got 11 laps to go here at Sandown. It is slowly trickling away in terms of timing. But who will reap the benefits of Sandown? If we look to next week at Thruxton, Brett, of course, it's our sprint round format. So we've got the qualifying race. This is a big send from Tannock into turn 1. That's a massive send, and it's a massive wide berth on exit.
Yeah. That's
Just a
that is,
little bit too audacious, I would say.
very audacious.
And maybe some frustration beginning to set in as well, trying to get past Ron. Ron very stoic, though, in that move. Held back, let him dive him, and then came back down the inside again. Great move from him.
Yeah.
So, next week at Thruxton, it's going to be a very weird process. Of course, I was very vocal about Thruxton last season. That would have been the track I would have changed. But we're with it. We're running with it. We ball. Got to run every track at least once, Brett. So.
Yep. Got a swing.
I wonder how it's going to go in the sprint round. So there's the thought process of, right, so qualifying, drivers are on qualifying, and then the qualifying race, they're going to invert the top 10 in qualifying. I actually think it would have been better to have the qualifying set the qualifying race, run the qualifying race, and then do the inverted top 10 for the actual feature race. Because then you're going to... Because then, well, no, they're not. They're doing the inverted top 10 for the qualifying race. So you'll qualify. So if you qualify pole, you're actually going to start P10.
Oh, okay. Yeah, righto.
And it doesn't quite make sense to me. Why?
I must have read that different. I read the... yeah, I mean, it probably goes to show the reading skill level, but, you know...
Well, the driving skill level
I'll
at the
have to
moment is top
reread
tier. Up into P12, up 14 at the moment. And I've got opinions, Brett, on who we could nominate thus far tonight for Driver of the Day.
Oh, righto. Let's hear it. Let's get it all warmed up.
Obviously, we're allowed to give the freebie of the wet race to nominate the race leader or race winner. Right now, to be Matt Scholes. Don't know if I want to nominate Scholes, to be honest with you. Even though we do get it for free being a wet race. I actually think...
Off track?
Oh, yeah, he is too. He's down at Dandenong Road. He's just gotten going again. I have 3 names I wish to nominate at the moment, Brett. And I'll let you give me a 4th if you wish to. Simon Haynes.
Yes.
Damon Fisher.
Yep.
Brett Fisher.
Oh!
And the caveat then to it is... Well, the caveat is if Brett Taylor gets his first top 10, I want to nominate him as well. Righto. Possibly instead of you, Brett, because that would mean he'd beat you.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. No, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Let's see how it all pans out.
But this has been a great drive from Brett Taylor and Brett Horsell.
Yeah,
Actually, you know what? Let's nominate whoever wins the Battle of the Bretts. How about that?
Yeah, you're right, eh?
Yeah.
Too easy.
Yeah.
We can do that.
That's fine. Okay. But we'll see what the chat will decide.
How good's this? Haynes closed right up, lap 74 of 81. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritties of this race. Haynes, Randall on the left-hand side there coming in the back.
Haynes
got a bit of a run on him.
Oh, my God. Fisher's down to 5 seconds. Fisher is catching them.
Yeah. Because these guys are starting to battle now. This gap is closing.
Haynes
doesn't...
He doesn't want to go for it yet, but this is main event stuff. Fisher has gained 2 seconds over the last few laps on Simon Haynes and Matt Scholes. Haynes is trying to find a pathway through the best that he can. Could Damon Fisher catch them and sneak past them and force his way? Now. He is slowly but surely. They're in his eye line. They're in his windscreen.
Yeah.
He can see the race leaders.
That last lap, he was half a second faster than both of them.
Damon Fisher has turned on the jets on this Mustang. Now, he pitted earlier than either of them, but I think maybe he's just been conserving some tyres. Saving himself for this point, and now he's going for a big push because he can see both of them in his eye line.
And Haynes again having a bit of a look on Stoyles up this back straight, just getting past Ron Allen. And, you know, these guys are going to continue to start a little battling. So this is going to bring Damon further into this battle. He's down to 4.4 seconds now, 4.3. So it's closing very, very fast. Haynes a little bit sideways out on that turn on the Dandenong Road corner. So Haynes having a really good little go here.
Just to confirm, Simon Haynes he won 2 weeks ago. So we can't nominate Simon. I forgot about that. We're tracking it as well. I can't believe that.
Unbelievable. Jeez, we're so on it.
We are.
We're right up with it.
We may just decide to give it to someone tonight. Who knows? Because there's been an impeccable drive thus far for multiple drivers.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Yeah, it's been an exciting race for a number of reasons. Damon now down under 4 seconds. That 3.9, 3.8 as he exits onto the back straight.
He had a little wiggle then off the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, I've seen that. He might lose a bit. He's still got. Oh no, he wasn't. He was gaining there for a second, but now he's dropping off. So he's just obviously losing a bit of top end speed down this back straight.
He's starting to really apply some pressure now. It'll be
That
5.
last lap was a 09.34 to an Scholes doing a 9.88 and a Haynes doing a 10.16. So still cutting it down.
He's chopping it down slowly but surely, like an arborist chops down a tree. Taking
76.
it one swing at a time. 5 laps to go, Brett. Which one of them is going to crack first? Is it going to be
Haynes having a
Scholes?
look.
Is it going to be Haynes? Can Fisher close this gap?
I wonder whether he's using up a lot of his tyres now, knowing that he's sort of got some pace, closing that gap. Is he just going to start and slightly overdrive it, or is he just going to continue as he has been doing? Because the car looks quite poised. It looks like he's putting it, the car is, he's going where he wants to put it. Apart from that last time he come onto that back straight, it was a neat exit of that turn then.
So we're right on board with
3.6.
Matt Scholes down towards turn 6. 0.3 of a second. Gap back to Damon Fisher is 3.6. He is chasing down these race leaders at a rate of knots right now. And he
Maybe
is
a couple of lap cars in his road though, so if he can clear them quite quickly.
Well, I think Jeremy will come into pit lane. Shane's just moved right out of his way and let him go. I think Jeremy will be into the pits without that front end. Oh no, he's going to keep going. Okay.
No, he's going to keep going.
Make me a liar.
That's all right. He's moving over as well, so that's okay. The last
Haynes.
time around for Damon, actually they've all stepped it up a little bit. Damon's still faster out of the 3 of them.
What has he found in that car to find this sort of pace? As Haynes is hounding the back of Matt Scholes. The WKMP Teal machine on the back of the GRM inspired 801 Sim Sports livery. Is Gary
2.6 now?
Is Gary riding with Matt and pushing him forward? 2.7. He's gained a second from the last corner to the back straight.
It's been an incredible drive. I mean, I know he's my brother and all this stuff, but it has been a fantastic drive. A little bit sideways out on the Dandenong corner. Even still closes the gap though.
He's really closing up. This has been an all-time drive, one of the best we've seen from anyone.
So I wonder whether Simon Haynes is giving himself a bit of a breather at the moment. He's just now Dave Arney's just got past Ron Allen.
Oh yeah, Ron's just had a slight spin back here, but he's all right now. Randall's back in pit lane, still trying to sort out his issues. Further back in.
So I wonder whether Haynes is just sort of backing it off for a lap, just to let the everything cool down a little bit. Whether he's going to have another bit of a dip, in the next lap or so. Still 2.7 as Damon comes onto the back. Tannick past Burns into 5th spot.
So Fisher, 2.8 seconds is the gap up to Simon Haynes. It's 0.2 of a second up to Matt Scholes in the race lead. We've got barely any time left on the clock tonight. It's going to be 2 laps left to run at Sandown. Is he slightly too far away? It's 2.2 seconds from Fisher up to Haynes. They cross the strike. Lap 80 of 81.
It's closed.
We have got roughly 6.2 Ks left to go. It's a lap of Bathurst left to go here at Sandown. And Skulls is not willing to crack.
Yeah, I reckon the sting's been taken out of Damon's tyres. He's 2.4. He hasn't really been closing as what he has been the last few laps or so. But Haynes is still on a fight. Gets a good exit, closes the gap on Skulls.
So Haynes is right there, willing to put the pressure on Matt. We're right on board with him down towards turn 6. Skulls covers the inside line. Haynes lifts out of it. He's got to wait for another chance at another point. Down less than 2 seconds now for Fisher to P2. Through Dandenong Road.
Line there. Yeah, nice.
Yep. Bit wider entry for Haynes. Much tighter for Skulls trying to cover the inside of the late dive. Through 11 and 12 they'll come. 3.1 Ks. 1.9 miles. Left to run at Sandown. After 247 kilometres, there's still 3 Ks to go. And it is separated by a cigarette paper. Drag race down to turn 1. Skulls is going to cover the inside. Haynes wants to try and find a way around him if he can. Gaps down to 1.3 now to Fisher in behind them as they run up through 2 and 3. This is a tightening process between all 3 of them.
Out of that turn.
Yep, Damon is less than a second.
So he's trying.
He is. It's under a second.
He's down to 0.8, 0.9 of a second.
It is under a second. There's probably one good spot left for Simon Haynes to go for it. But it's easy for Skulls to cover. Covers at 6. He'll try and cover at Dandenong Road if he can. Doesn't want to get loose through the S's. Doesn't. Keeps it planted. Covers the room through Dandenong Road corner. Fisher is right there. He's right on the heels of them now. What a chase down it's been. Up towards turn 11, 12 and 13 for the final time. Separated by barely anything. Less than a second. It's going to be a drag race to the strike for them. And Matt Skulls is going to win this race by 0.17 of a second over Simon Haynes. Fisher takes his first ever split 2 podium in a massive and incredible effort.
That was absolutely sensational to close that gap of over 7 seconds in the amount of time he has with Simon Haynes just battling with Skulls there. Haynes drove an excellent race, just making sure he kept the car, you know, doing the right things and lots of stuff. So there was no lockups, there was no errors. He just and like I said before, like a couple of laps back, he backed off and let the car sort of settle a bit, and then got straight back into it again. We see Brett Horsell taking the battle of the Bretts out.
He has. Rick Viger just got home in P4 in the drag race, and him and Tannick. Burns and Arnie were involved as well. Ron Allen got in there in P8. Weston in a top 10. That's his first for a little while. Great effort from him. And then Brett Horsell takes home P10 tonight in the Battle of the Bretts to Brett Taylor, Brett Fisher, Matt Monday, Steve Brumley, Scott McKenzie for the top 15. But what a race when it was for Matt Skulls. Our 6th different winner of the season. And I think he might be out of fuel, Brett. I think he may be out of fuel on this back straight. That is how tight it was.
Yeah,
Haynes,
maybe, but what
P2,
a run.
Damon Fisher in P3, his first ever podium in Split 2. Hats off to him. And I think, Brett, I think there's only one person we can give it to tonight. I think it has to be Damon we give it to.
I actually tend to agree with you.
I think that is one of the best drives we've seen all season from anyone. His first podium.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim
sensational drive.
I'm not going to claim the wild card.
No.
What I am going to claim is I actually think the chat would be unanimous with us in giving it to him.
Yeah.
And I think Damon deserves it.
100%. You know, and I 100% agree. That's a phenomenal drive. Probably one of the best drives we've seen in a very, very long time. You know, it was such a fight for him, and he's done really, really well.
So congratulations to Damon Fisher, driver of the day here this evening. What a race it was for him. And again, you're right. It's undisputed. Like, I don't think we could think of a way to dispute it to him. Like it was.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
No,
one
I think
of
that was
the-
brilliant.
That was one of the best drives we've ever seen out of him. I've got to find him on my screen now. Here he is.
To close, I mean, to close down those 7 seconds, I mean, it would be interesting to see his lap times over that period of time. You know, I think they were just so consistent that he just brought himself back into the fight.
Yeah.
Imagine if there was another 2 or 3 laps.
I know.
If-
2 or
if
3
there was
laps,
another
he would
2
have
or
been
3
right
laps, oh, yeah, anything could happen, you know. But that's not taking anything away from Matt Scholes or Simon Haynes, because Simon Haynes drove a brilliant race. What I liked about Simon Haynes' race towards that closing stages is he had the mindset to not overdrive the car, not to take a risky dive or anything like that, you know, and just with a couple of laps to go, back the car off, settle, and then have another crack. I thought that was brilliant.
Congratulations to Damon. We'll drag him in for a quick chat. Congrats, Damon. P3 on the road, your first Vets podium in Split 2. And you are the M1 Used Cars Driver of the Day as well. Congratulations. That was one of the best drives we've seen all season from anybody. And as Brett said, if it was 5 laps longer or even 2 or 3 laps longer, possibly could have had a proper crack for the race win.
G'day, Hamish, Brett. You can hear me, yeah?
Here we go, yeah?
Yep. We're gonna
Yeah, thanks, Hamish and Brett. To be honest, the start of that race, when I put it into the wall on the front straight, at that point I thought, okay, well, I just got to try and make the best of the night, you know. And I had a lot of luck too. I think that safety car that came out really helped me. But I think I got to a point in the race. I think it was about halfway, and I was thinking, I was actually going to do a 3 pit stop strategy, and I halfway through the race I had to recalculate that, and I thought, no, stuff it. I put enough fuel in the car to get home, so then it was just my tyres that I had to worry about, and I thought, well, if the tyres can hang in there, I might just go all the way, and that's basically what I did.
Well, Damon, looking at those laps to close out the race, I can't remember how many laps there was. Your pace was quite incredible. It really was. You know, you were actually tracking faster than the top 3 guys and a lot of other people on the track at the time. You know, and it was just consistent. I think that was one of the big things that helped you out. It was just the consistency you were able to put lap after lap after lap that really helped you as well.
Yeah, I really paid attention to that, probably more so than any other race for some reason. And look, I had to put that down to a bit of coaching from Luke and Dean Logstyle. Do a lot of laps with them, and I don't know. After that crash, I just seemed to find a groove, and I wasn't sure whether I could catch Simon or Matt, but I thought, as long as the car still felt good, I think Hamish said that I backed off a bit, and I did for a little bit, and then I thought, well, okay, I've got to try something, and I just started pushing, and the car felt good, so I just kept going, and lo and behold, I ended up on the back of him. So yeah.
Well, Damon, it was probably one of the all-time drives we've seen in Split 2. A well-deserved driver of the day and a well-deserved podium as well. Let us know, anyone you wish to give a shout-out to. And for myself and Brett and the rest of us here, congratulations on P3 and the driver of the day as well.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, Hamish and Brett. Yeah, just like to thank Team AJR, NZ, and all the guys there. They've been great since I've moved with them. But also I had to thank QPR too from my original team, because they sort of first got me into 18. Yeah, well, I think without that, I think my brothers said it multiple times, and you, Hamish, if you can get yourself into a team, it's really beneficial, you know, and you can learn a lot from all the different people you meet in the teams. So I've got to thank all my teammates and and you guys too. The broadcast is fantastic. Admin, and all the other drivers too. I mean, they are what makes the whole racing experience what it is, I guess. And thanks a lot.
Well, thank you so much, Damon. Really appreciate your time. Best of luck next week out at Thruxton. Damon Fisher, our driver of the day, and P3 here this evening. Next up, we have got our P2 finisher on the road this evening. Out of Gawler, it is Simple Simon Haynes. Simon, congratulations. P2 in the road here tonight. Top effort from yourself. A really, really top-level drive. And if we hadn't have given you a driver of the day 2 weeks ago, you probably would have been nominated alongside Damon, although it would have been hard to pick between the two of you, I would say. But what a drive from you. You are really finding your groove now. Is this the kind of change and almost gain you were hoping for joining up with WKMP this year or this season? I mean, you know, you got the likes of Blake Warboys to pick the brain of and other drivers alike as well. Is that really been helping you this season compared to last where you were running as a privateer?
Yeah, cheers. Just having that team behind you is always good. Like Damo was just covering, like doing it on your own, like last season was refreshing in one way, but almost started to lose interest, even though I was jumping in and out of Discords and chatting with other people. But yeah, being in a team definitely benefits all round, and having other people to work with and bounce off, I think, is pretty much a must. But yeah, it's definitely helped progress this season.
So does it feel fulfilling now to meet John Van Ree's expectations that he had of you only 3 seasons ago when you first came up to Split 2?
I still don't feel like I've met them. I still think I've got a lot to learn. And like tonight, I didn't sort of fight too hard to keep P1 early on, but I just don't have that confidence or comfort to probably lead and be chased. I'm more of a sit back and chase at the moment, but hopefully that's something I can build on and work with the WKMP boys to definitely get the confidence and boost that I probably need to get to that next level.
Well, I think you've driven exceptionally well, not just tonight, but throughout this season as well, for the rounds that you have been here.
Yeah.
Now, are there any more planned drop rounds to come your way, or any planned rounds that you'll miss for the rest of the season, or have you missed those?
Not planned.
Okay.
Hopefully that's it. I've had the 2. One was a long weekend away and one was a family week last week. So hopefully that's the 2 drop rounds, and that's the only ones I'll miss. But I guess you never know what life throws at you either. So
that's very true.
We'll see.
Very, very true. Well, a phenomenal effort tonight, Simon. We hope that over the next few weeks you can continue this run of form, maybe get your first win of the season, and then push on to try and challenge for the championship as well, because you've actually got some very solid points on the board, being someone who has missed 2 rounds, which is why we started obviously doing the rolling double drop round at this point, because it really gives us a true indication of where people actually sit, because obviously with only 1 you sit a lot lower than what you really are. So hopefully this is a good, not only ego boost and confidence boost, but actually a good boost in your championship standings. I mean, you've outscored the championship leader. Matt also outscored the championship leader based on his previous drop round, which was 176. So you've both made a gain, and what it will mean is it just tightens the screws a little bit on where you may end up. So we'll see how you go at Thruxton next week. It's going to be anyone's game, I think. So I think there's, if you can get comfortable and fast there, more than likely there's a chance you could get yourself a race win, because it's going to be a tough race for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for me it's just being consistent and staying out of trouble, which seems to work most days. So
consistency
going well
wins
so
championships. And no
Trouble's
penalty
your
points
middle
also
name.
does it. Yes, it's no longer Simple, it's now Trouble. Simon Trouble Haynes.
Maybe it's Simon Simple Trouble Haynes.
He's a simple
Or
trouble,
trouble.
is Simon.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. well done, Simon. Anyway, that was fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Simon. Is there anyone you wish to give a shout out to before we let you go this afternoon?
Yeah, just all the WKMP Sim Sport boys. It's been good so far working with them. Cheers to you guys for the broadcast, Racecraft, and everyone else for the sponsors. And I had a really good time racing with Matt Scholes. I haven't really raced around him too much, but yeah, that was awesome fun. And yeah, big shout out to Damo for that drive. That was awesome. He was sort of the one I was watching a lot of in the timing because I knew he had pace. But yeah, great driving all around, and look forward to the next round. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Simon Haynes, P2 this evening. Congratulations to him. Well, Brett, it's going to be an interesting scenario next week when we head out to Thruxton for our next round of the championship. It's so fresh, in fact, that I don't even have B-roll for next week's track, so we're stuck with the Sandown B-roll. I'm sure Jay Kennedy and the SimSpeed people will have some B-roll of Thruxton next week, so we will get some. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's a tight circuit. It's like an oval with some chicanes. It looks like Australia.
New track to everybody.
Yeah.
Some people might have done some testing on it, obviously, but
still tentative about how next week's going to go. But I'm more than welcome to being surprised and being impressed. More than welcome to it.
I mean, let's throw it all into the boiling pot and see what rises to the surface, because new track. We've had new race winners all season. Let's see if it's going to continue, or are we going to get our first repeater? Is someone going to just dominate that we haven't expected to rise to the top, or are we going to see one of our previous winners dominate again? It's and it's a tough little track too. I mean, I've only just got it, did some laps last night and today, and it is a tough track. A lot of side load on the car, constant side load. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we put a V8 supercar around that track.
Well, we are well and truly into the second half of the season at this point. 6 winners from 6 rounds. We've matched what we did in season 24. Can we surpass it next week at Thruxton, or will we get our first 2-time winner of the season? Remembering, the more different winners we get in a single season, the more onus there is on getting that crucial second win to try and win the championship. Alex Kiddis, he is yet to stand on the top step of the podium, but he leads the championship. Could next week be the week that he finally gets that race win? After that, we head out to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the first time, as well as we go racing in Mexico City. We head back to the Red Bull Ring at round 9. My favorite circuit in the world. It's going to be a great time on the 20th of November when we get to go racing there. And then for the Saxon Ring as well, in round 10, that is going to be an awesome affair to go racing there for the first time in the final round of the season. So I'm ever so excited for the rest of this season to come. I hope you guys are as well. If you're watching on the Infinity Broadcasting channel, hit the like button and subscribe, the bell icon too, so you're notified whenever we go racing on the channel. Next up, coming up for you, not Monday night, no, it'll be Wednesday night as a replay broadcast. The VRS Porsche Cup Series will be coming your way for the next round as we go racing. Got to check my own calendar at Zandvoort for the next round of that series as well. That'll be for round 7 in the final rush round of the season. And then on Friday, we'll be going racing once again in the Rod Knock Cup as the final round of the regular season goes live before the playoffs begin the week after, as we go racing at Nashville Super Speedway. Here on the Vets channel, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, the bell icon too, so you're notified whenever we go racing right here. You get notified for the Split 2, Split 3, and Split 4 action. Split 4 still to come your way this weekend. That'll be going live this evening at 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, I do believe. John Van Ree and the crew will be in the booth for that one. I unfortunately will not get to... Well, I will unfortunately not be able to tune in. I've got Premier Endurance League action to call this evening with Scott Rankin, so... If you want to do a bit of double viewing, or if you want to do a bit of double viewing, you can watch both. But I recommend you watch Split 4. That should be a great affair here for the Vets as well. Go on Sport SimSpeed TV so you can watch the live Split 1 action as well. Thursday nights, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I've been Hamish Munro there with Brett Fisher once again. A big thank you to all the series sponsors. Racecraft Simulations, the title sponsor. Logitech G, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, Player One Sim Gear, Nova Sim Sports, Südspeed Gloves, LGC Images, and M1 used cars for the driver of the day. Award tonight with the way of Damon Fisher. Next week, it could go to you. But until then, we ever so thank you so much for your time and effort being here with us. For those Victorians, I hope you enjoy the rest of your technically long weekend for the Melbourne Cup. But we'll see you guys next week at Thruxton. But until then, stay safe, drive hard, and as always, bye for now.
Turn us under, put your name in. 1000 decibel super carbide. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Put your name in lights. Oh, oh, with the vets tonight. It's a 1000 decibel super carbide. Burn this track to the ground with V8 sound. Burn this track to the ground. Come on now, put your name in lights.
The Racing Series is a new milestone in Logitech G.
All the great old wheels, the G29, the G920, the G923, they all have their own unique way of connecting to each other, but there's no room for expansion with those products.
So the question arose was, what if we were to give the opportunity for the racer to switch out from a drifting wheel to a GT rim?
With the wheel hubs that we've created, that's got a very specific button set, but you can replace any of the steering wheels.
And the real lovely aspect to this was we could give the user, driver and the racer the opportunity to experience different genres of race.
That allows drivers to craft high quality, customized setups that resonate with your individual racing style.
When we start with the design, we always start sketching. Very often, once we've got sketches, we start discussing with engineering.
We had 3 rounds of engineering testing or user testing where we invited in users from sim racing, and every single round of feedback we refine, the product based on what they tell us.
In the sim racing lab, again, we're going to use data to really analyze what a driver needs. We've used everything from eye tracking to the inputs from the pedals, the inputs from the, let's say, input devices, the wheel and the pedals, the shifter. We're taking that and we're compiling it so that we can build different products based on those individuals' needs for all consumers and all drivers.
I don't know of anyone else in the industry that's actually doing this kind of research into their products to see how their products are affecting performance of their users.
We've built the product to make sure that it's as reliable as possible.
So the innovations in engineering that I'd say we're most proud of is the sequential handbrake and shifter toolless changeover. This is now a patented system, so it's really easy for the user to just switch between modes.
If you give people the tools to do what they want, they will.
They will just go off and have fun.
Introducing the Rackraft PT1, custom-built full chassis racing simulator. The design project, codenamed The Cage, an 80/40 extrusion chassis sitting on top of a Sigma Integrale DK2 Plus 4-point full motion actuator system. No compromises in the cockpit of the PT1 simulator. To maximize the experience, we start with the 49-inch ultra-wide monitor for the greatest field of view in a small footprint of the simulator, down to the SimuCube wheelbase that's tucked up and behind the monitors with SimCore extensions to get things out of the driving area. Everything is connected to a Cube Controls GTX steering wheel with the built-in dash and all the extra button functions available at your fingertips. Driving through the Raceworks S1 pedals, the potentiometer throttle and the 2 hydraulic pedals for brake and clutch ensures you maximize the feel underfoot, and seating yourself into an OMP HTER bucket racing seat with OMP belts connected to a G-belt tensioner to provide that extra feeling and the heightened experience while you're driving. Additional interfaces and accessories in the PT1, we have twin butt kickers, one on either side of the OMP seat, as well as a Jinx sequential shifter, the SimPush Race Logic timer to the left-hand side, a Racecraft built-in WinSim kit with Philips Hue lighting and a built-in soundbar, plus the OMP side net to finish off the experience in the PT1. The Racecraft PT1, build number 1, the ultimate in sim racing experience, combining the best products in the market with the passionate, no compromise approach that goes beyond racing simulation.